New day, new morning. I'm feeling extremely weird right now. What do I mean by that? It's because obviously last night I played football and it was quite intense. I didn't do too well, to be honest. I hadn't played football in like a few months and I just knew like I wasn't really good on the ball. Literally all my shots were saved, but I was very like, I was running around, I was sweating as well, so it was intense. When you play football or do you do like an intense exercise before you go to bed, it really does actually mess up the way you sleep. You don't get into a proper deep sleep. Waking up today, I felt like my heart is pumping, like I'm still kind of just, I feel like I'm just out of breath. So I'll take it easy today, you know, I'm just taking it very chill. You know, I have to go into work. It's gonna be a hectic day. Don't get me wrong, like the holiday season is good and I love the build up to the actual holiday. But I don't know, this year, like I feel like I've just got a lot of work to do. But at the same time, once we're there, it's gonna be nice. Because our flight is at 6 a.m. and the trains to the airport are actually quite limited. So we have to find this unconventional way to get there, even using buses. Get this in the vlog. Oh, yeah. 2 days in. Appreciate it, bro.
No worries. Oh, sorry, it's a video.
It's a video, bro. So yeah,
enjoy Croatia, bro.
Big events have happened yesterday and today. So let me just go back to yesterday. Literally, as I was walking home, I got a message, and the message was from this YouTube consultant, right? So this guy, his name is Paddy Galloway, and he works with big YouTubers to help them grow their YouTube channel. And basically how he does it is like he just provides insight and advice on YouTube strategy. He's helped as big as people like MrBeast. And basically he runs this thing called the YouTube Accelerator. It's like a program, it's a cohort, and they only really take in people from specific times. So like they would only open up like January, for example. So the last one was in January or December. They would do it in every couple of months or something, but then you'd have to apply to get on the program. And if you get selected is when you start. Now, I remember I applied for the one last year, actually maybe twice I might have applied, and I didn't get it. But then this time, I applied for it, and I got it, and I got the email, and I was very, very happy when I got it. I was like, no way, this is it. Because end of the day, I realized like, I actually want to take this seriously. Like, I want to make YouTube a full-time thing. I want to be able to make a living out of making content for you because I enjoy it. I hope you enjoy the content. But like for me, just to have I'm just visualizing here, to have a life where I can literally just post content that is meaningful and helpful to others and form a community and just basically be able to fully like not worry about a day job because I'm making content. I can do more and I can start putting even more quality in my content. That would just be like a dream come true, because my first ever YouTube channel I made when I was like 10 years old, right? So I know like this is something I want to do. This is something that I'm very, very passionate about. So I applied for the program. I can't believe I got it. And the only thing is, it's kind of expensive. This one is literally like $3,000. I'm usually very skeptical when it comes to like online like programs and stuff, because with the age of fake gurus and stuff, it's quite difficult to trust things. But with this one, I do trust it because Paddy is a really well-known industry expert on YouTube. So it makes sense. My rationale behind it is like, you know what, it's an investment in myself. I was just on the train coming home back from work, and like everyone just was on their phone, and there were people from different ages, pretty much a lot older than me, 30s, 40s, 50s. And I'm just thinking, I could just carry on doing my job, which I actually do enjoy, don't get me wrong, alright? I actually love my job. And I love doing sales because it's number one, I think I'm quite passionate about it. I feel like I'm good at it just because I want to put in the effort. I'm just naturally curious, so I like it. And number two, I think it's such a massive ROI, meaning the amount of work I put into sales, I get so much learning out of it. I just love it. So there's nothing wrong with that, I don't think. And especially if you do like your job, you don't need to follow entrepreneurship. But for someone like me where I actually do want to follow entrepreneurship, and the reason why I'm doing sales as well is so I can learn the skills so I can transfer it on to my own business. And also YouTube, it's just something I like making content so much. It's very deeply passionate about. I realized if I was just staying on that train journey is just one journey, but I make that journey every day, and I'm going to make that journey every day for a year, for 2 years, for 3 years. I could stay on that train for 10 years. I can stay on that train for 20 years, right? And just really not get anywhere with entrepreneurship, or even worse with YouTube. I could just be doing that, like be doing it on my day job for 20 years. The point is, I could be on that train, go into my 30s, my 40s, my 50s, but then deep down I know that I never chased my dream. I know that I never did it. Like at the moment, you know, I could be out here and chase hedonistic things like partying, you know, girls, whatever. And you know, there comes a time and place, but like when you're in your 20s, you're surrounded by all these things, like these stimuli that you kind of want to do it. But actually, like if you just focus, which is why I'm doing these daily content, right? And I realized, you know what, $3,000 is like £2,300. It's a lot of money. I'm gonna have to dip into my savings, right? I don't have that money to just spend on things. This is the most amount of money I've ever spent on myself, or on a service or a product or whatever. My second most would be my MacBook, but that was like half that price. So for me to do that, it's a big investment. I think I was a bit scared of the risk, because what if I didn't get anything out of it? But you know, life is, I think it's just full of risks. And if you look at the people that really made it at the top, and if you looked at their biographies and autobiographies or whatever, that you will understand that they made or they took risks. Don't take risks for just the sake of taking risks. Take calculated risks. Weigh out the pros and cons. You know, if I put in the hard work, if I do the tasks that Paddy is asking me to do, if I attend all the lectures, live sessions, if I give it my all, which I will, that amount of money will be so worth it. Because end of the day, also YouTube, like I am monetized. I don't make a lot of money from YouTube whatsoever. For full transparency, I've made like £25, which for me right now blows my mind, because I'm just making content because I like doing it. If I'm putting £2,300 or $3,000 into a program that will help me potentially make a living out of YouTube, then that's a worthy investment, because then I can do this full time. I can make content, a lot more content. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pay for it today, which it's a lot of money, but you know what, I'm obviously looking at my channel from my perspective, but there are things that I don't know, and for a YouTube expert to come in and understand my channel, what I want out of it, and give me advice, I think like it's just worth it. Especially in my old job, I was working in market research, where there are these massive private equity companies, right, PE firms, that would pay normal people, you know, experts in their fields, hundreds of pounds. Sometimes, if they're like software experts, they'd pay them in the thousands just for a 1 hour call with them, just to understand. So actually, me paying this YouTube consultant, do you know what, I think it's a return on investment. At first I was scared, and it was fear. Doubt kills more dream than failure will ever. Investing in yourself is definitely the biggest thing, and that's the one thing I completely understand, because in my age of 25 years old, you know, I'm not looking to buy crypto. I've not actually looking to invest in the S&P 500, right? That was the things that I was thinking of, but at the moment I realized my cash flow is low. To be honest, because I'm in sales, it's commission based, it's not the worst, especially if I put in the work, but it's nowhere near enough for me to like be wealthy, if that makes sense, and my goals, my dreams, whatever. So in order for me to do that, it's completely investing in yourself. And I'm not gonna sit here, I don't need to buy a new car. Sure, I'd love to have one, of course. I don't even have a car at the moment, I'm just using my parents. End of the day, I'd rather take that money and just put it into me, so I can learn, and put it into knowledge, and put it into things that will help me make more money in the future. Don't be afraid to invest in yourself. I certainly was yesterday. I was talking to my friend as well, Annie, and she was just telling me she did the same thing with her tattoo business. So she's doing like a tattooing on the side, and she paid literally $3,000 to do a couple of weeks of tattooing course, right? You know what, it's worth it in the end. I paid $9 grand for uni, right? And I'm not even using my uni degree, so should be nothing.
Hey, how's it going? If you're watching this video, you have been accepted to my YouTube channel Accelerator. So just the fact you're in here shows that you are an interesting creator that I think has a lot of potential. So congratulations.
Alright, I'm about to hit the biggest investment of my life. Okay, we did it. Thank you for your payment. Expect a welcome email later this week with full onboarding instructions. Excited to have you, Paddy and team. I have never paid for anything of this magnitude, right? For personal reasons. Yeah, I paid for like a holiday. You know, even for holidays, it's never been this much. you know? It's mad. Alright, I'm not attached to money. I know if I told this to my parents, they would not be happy. Alright, they'd be like, because they're very risk averse. They do not like to take too much risks like this. If I told them that, then nah, it's not looking good. Right, it's not looking good. But to be honest, the way I see it is like, either I do this now when I'm 25 and learn, get knowledge, understand, and try and propel myself, okay? Because I know the hard work's going to be there, but sometimes you need to access the network or the knowledge to also help, right? It's not just hard work. So if you have both, you're in a good position. Let's say hypothetically it doesn't go well and I lose my money, then at least I know I don't have any regrets in the future. I'm not going to regret being like, oh, I wish I tried, you know, what if I just did it?